Get cozy, everybody, because today we'll continue on with a game called Jikoronpa, Laments of Isolation. Wait. Yeah. Rest a bit. Decide to rest a bit, take some time to rest herself isn't bad, right? Eventually, she woke up. More free time. Rest a bit. Final free time this chapter. It's now nighttime. Hikari has had a tiring day. Let's make it a little more tiring for her, shall we? This was certainly a day, but that means one more day closer to their motive. One more day closer to the next body she'll have to discover. What a cruel situation. Thankfully, she's distancing herself from it all. She should be thankful for that. We'll see. Still haven't figured out how I felt about Iki and Asuka. Maybe I can try to ask Fuyuka what I should do. She wasn't going to mourn, or at least that's what she was telling herself. What a fool you are, our dear Hanasaki. But she was too busy lying to herself and trying to solve their deaths to actually handle her grief. Asuka talked to Fuyuka right before their death, so maybe Fuyuka has some advice. As for Iki, she'll have something to say about that too. She always has something to say. Kari went up to Fuyuka's door. She wasn't there. And so she went to the storeroom next. Just as she suspected, Fuyuka was there, checking every single object. Fuyuka? Hikari, I didn't expect to see you while I was doing my daily checks. I'm almost finished. Give me a second. Right. Fuyuka finished counting some tools, inspected a few items, and nodded to herself. Okay, everything is as it was when the storage room was first introduced to us. Everything? So the poison Ryu used, the tools used in the murder, and everything else was put back? Not exactly. The poison was used and the objects were bloodied, but now it's as if they were never used to begin with. Even the ropes, one of which would have been used to strangle Asuka, don't have any damage at all. The knives have no sign of blood at all. At the word knife, Hikari jumped. She thought back to the knife in her room. Was it still there? What about the stains on the bookshelves? Are they gone? Yeah, it's even more than that. Are the scratches gone completely? Yeah, how did you know? Just a reasonable guess. I don't understand. How can D have a seemingly infinite stock of items? How can things be cleaned up as if nothing happened to them, even entire bookshelves? I have no clue. I wish I knew. I've known less than I usually do lately. I'm typically capable of making correct conclusions about my situation, but here, nothing makes sense. I'm thinking maybe they're living in a simulation, not like in Danganronpa 2 where they were in a computer simulation. Like, they are here in the real world, but they are in a simulation, like a big room full of holograms. No, not holograms. I guess holograms that manifest into solid objects. I guess, maybe. Yeah. That would make sense. Even though it doesn't, but you know what I mean. Or do you? I keep on being wrong about the people here too. It's frustrating. Huh? But you've always been right, haven't you? That none of them are to be trusted? I'm right about the people still with us, yeah. But those who have passed, that's another story. I don't understand. Daisuke wasn't a traitor, a reckless individual that would risk our lives. His recklessness saved your life. I'm thankful for that. Thankful? Yeah, without you here, I wouldn't be able to protect you from your own weakness. Asuka and Iki were more complex than their foolish naivety. In the end, even if that meant their deaths. When Asuka met up with me, they seemed more mature than before. I was going to ask about that meeting actually. How was it? Well, Fuyuka started reminiscing. Please, I know we've had our differences, but you need to help me. I don't want to be known as somebody who betrayed someone. Yeah. This could be good thumbnail material. But you did betray everyone. You funded the situation we were in with full clarity. No, I didn't. I promise. The thing my parents funded. It was a thing to help animals, to research ways to help them. That freaking... No, Dia. Dia must have edited the context or came up with the fake proof. I don't know what you received in the folder. I don't want to see it because I'm sure it's not good, but I'm telling the truth. Don't worry, I can tell you are. Wait, you can't? Then help me, please. I don't want Hikari and Toshi to look at me like I'm a bad person. I don't want to be a bad person anymore. I just want to change. I want to be better. Can't you understand? I can't, don't worry. It went something like that. They were still visibly angry, but they held it in. It was impressive, even to me. They began to express their thoughts in a way I thought was mature. They weren't as weak and childish as I first thought. Hikari smiled to herself. Asuka really tried her best, even in the end, just like Daisaku. Two of them tried their best to the end, but now they're gone. Her smile vanished. And Mayumi and Shinosuke weren't vulnerable either, at least at first. Despite how frail they were in their motivations, they still stuck with their beliefs until the end. And they were persistently annoying to me, but good at proving their points. But they killed. Isn't that the ultimate sign of weakness here? Murdering here is more than that. I've learned that. Murdering for the sake of other people, for revenge, for their safety, that's weak. That's undoubtedly weak. But if a person were to murder for their own survival, I wouldn't blame them. I see. That's different from what others would say or what I would have said before you taught me otherwise. I used to think that being there for others, doing whatever you could for them, was all you could do, was all I can do. I never had a chance to say what I really wanted, to be firm in myself, but you taught me otherwise. You taught me to be myself, Fuyuka. What, being a leech? Someone who can't depend on themselves? A parasite? Please stop saying things like that. But you deserve to be thanked, don't you? You're letting me depend on you to not worry about others. You're teaching me to be not as weak as I have been. You... Shut up, stop saying things like that. I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have. No, this is... Look, don't apologize. There's no point. Just stop saying things like that. Stop it. Okay, I understand. Fuyuka was being so generous and forgiving. Now Hikari messed that up. What kind of a stupid person was she? You're such a weak person, Hikari. You'll always be this weak person. You'll always be your own person. Hey, is that the brother speaking? Fuyuka letting you momentarily depend on her won't ever change that. Don't forget who you really are. What a pathetic person you really are. Don't forget, you're your own person. Your own person. Your own person. Wait. Let me just check this here. Looks like oopsie. Let me just edit just a little bit. Oh well, whatever. I understand, don't worry. Of course you do. Of course I do. I'll always understand everyone, Hikari. Yet nobody will ever understand in return. Damn. Nobody will ever... Be quiet, brain. Okay. Hikari and Fuyuka stayed silent for a few minutes, but after a while, a frighteningly familiar voice interrupted their time together. It's time for another motive. Come to the ballroom. You already know what will happen if you don't. I'm sorry. Or am I? You'll find out soon. Hurry. Another motive, huh? Guess they won't even get a full day's break this time. Let's go. Yeah, we should. And don't worry what I've said tonight. The only important thing is that you continue to not be weak, okay? You can still depend on me. You should depend on me. As we both know, I'm the only one left who won't use you, who won't betray you. Isn't that right? Yeah, that's right. Good, as long as you remember that, you don't have to worry about a thing. Don't worry about anything except that. I'll try to... No, I will. Good, let's go tackle this motive. Fuyuka put out her hand. Take my hand, and you don't have to worry about anything. Thumbnail material? Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna decide later. I'm the only one who you can trust here. Let's make it through this together, Hikari. This motive cannot stop us. We will survive. No matter what Dia's torment is tonight, you can depend on me. Fuyuka's smile breaks through Hikari's fears. What? Why are you talking to third person? Even though you're weak, even though you've upset her, even though you've only weighed her down, you're worth something when you're with her. You can depend on her. You can only depend on her. You are her. You are not your own person, Hikari Hanasaki. You are an extension of her. You are an extension of Fuyuka Kageyama. You can't be your own person anymore. Fuyuka and Hikari held hands, heading to the ballroom together. They were the last two there. Come out, Dia. Everyone is here now. Please show up before we are torn apart by fear any further. We'll be fine. Fine. We have to be fine. We'll handle this motive. We have to. I hope you shall handle it well. Please do not lose that hope. I don't want to lose it. Heroes can never lose after all. Right. Heroes have never lost a battle. He's attempting to handle it in his own way. It would be best not to trample on it. Yeah, Toshi, we can handle this. We can find a foolproof method to handle it, this time. Foolproof? I doubt even a demon could handle it. Isn't that right, Gremlin? Yeah, maybe somehow Ryu. I'll try to help as much as my limited abilities in this form allow me to. Thank you. I doubt it. This motive is the most restricting of all. You, what's the motive this time? It's a blessing and a curse. Please elaborate. That wording is quite vague. A curse, that definition has suited every single motive so far. As for a blessing, that has yet to be seen. Ahem. Looks like this time all of you will suffer curses and blessings in this fun game of mine. You'll each be gifted a card by yours truly. These cards will have a bold title on top of them and a description beneath them. What are these descriptions and titles, you may ask? Well, the cards will either have a title of curse or blessing, and the description underneath is fitting to the title on it. For example, a blessing card will have a benefit to the person who has it, such as being granted important knowledge or something similar. However, with a curse card, it will have the opposite effect. It will have a negative effect, such as being forced to stay in the proximity of another person. Each of you will be gifted these cards now. Dia took an array of cards out of their jacket, throwing it around the ballroom. They all landed face down. Each of you, pick up the card nearest to you. Don't say what it is for now. Don't pick up more than one card. You know why. Hikari sighed, picking up the card nearest to her. Oh, we got cursed. A large red curse was in bright letters. Her card's description was, you have a curse card. Your curse is that you must find out a person's unknown truth within the next 72 hours. 24 hours, 1 day, 24 to 6, 72, okay, 3 days. If you fail to do this within that amount of time, or if somebody with a blessing card is not killed within that amount of time, you will suffer punishment. I see. Expected. No. Nobody screamed or even gasped up their card. There were some sighs, but even some grunts. Maybe some refusals, but not a single scream. They were all fearful, of course, but the routine has become less horrifying. Third time's the charm here. By the third motive, they've all gotten used to such things. All cards have 3 similar things in their description. They stay in effect for 3 days. 1. They all stay in effect for 72 hours, or 3 nights from now. 2. If a person doesn't make use of their blessing or follow what's written for their curse, they will be punished. Another way of avoiding the punishments for everybody is if a person holding a blessing card is killed within the next 3 days. Is everything clarified? Does anybody have any questions? Don't be afraid to ask. It's not a crime. Or is it? There are so many crimes you can commit here. How many blessing cards are there? At most half of you will have a blessing card. Can the position of cards change at all? Nobody can be affected by more than one card at once. You can't steal another's card. You can't borrow another card either. Is there any way to discover who has a blessing card? Not unless they confess, which I doubt they will. Boring that way, isn't it? What happens if somebody with a cursed card is killed? A trial will still be held, but your cards will still be in effect. Kinda. You won't die because of them, but you can still use their curses or benefits. Are all blessings beneficial? Are all curses not beneficial? Yep, the only restriction with a blessing card is still having to use its benefit within the next 3 days. Are there any loopholes about the cards we should know about? Any other way to avoid the punishments? Not that I know of. The only way out is that somebody who was in possession of a blessing card dies. Is this the last motive? No, judging by the amount of survivors left, there's probably at least a couple more in store, so get to murdering. That clears every question of mine. Looks like this motive is really one meant to trap us. You're right, I don't know how I'll accomplish mine at all. Mine is more annoying than anything. Not deadly, just annoying. Mine is, I don't know. I recommend not discussing our cards, especially with those who have blessing cards. It only risks their demise. That's good advice. Everybody should aim to do what their card says. Even if... Never mind. I will find a way around this. Nothing's ever stopped my magic before. I can too. Not even this card will stop me. I hope at least. Didn't Kazuyuki just say not to discuss our cards? Please don't risk it. I cannot allow that. Everyone, you are not allowed to discuss your cards. If you do, I will be forced to lock you in your room. We cannot let those with a blessing card be killed. We just have to follow our cards and do what we can. And so... Guard me. Huh? I have a blessing. What? I just told you. You're a fucking bodyguard. Am I expected not to want your help? Are you just going to leave me to die? No, but... Guard me with your life. Or are you just as fucking much of a coward as she is? Oh, now you're going on about that again. Are you scared I'm going to kill you? You know I wouldn't. I fucking know you would. What else will you lie about, you bitch? Fine. You know, I was thinking maybe I overreacted. I was thinking that maybe you were stressed by everything. But no, you're more of a damn demon than I ever was, Maun. You're never allowed into my realm. You're never allowed near me again. We are not friends. We should have never been friends. I am a damn divine, and I should have never been friends with a moral trash like you. Exactly. Get out of my sight, you fucking shit stain. Jeez, not now. Do as Fuyuka says or whatever, like I care. Just complete your cards. If you want to survive, then follow my instructions. Unless you want to die. Bad night, sleep on tight, do let the bedbugs bite. Dia seemingly teleported out of the room. Like I said, I will watch over Maun. Nobody get close to her during these next 3 days or admit your cards. We need to avoid this. Come fucking on, Fuyuka. Let's start with you guarding me. I will, just give me a second. Fuyuka approached Hikari. She whispered in Hikari's ear. I have a blessing card too. Find out who else has a blessing. Then with Maun's many complaints, Fuyuka left. I'm going to rest. Maybe even all day tomorrow. Wait, what I would give to return to my realm for the next 3 days? About Maun, I don't want to talk about it. Let that cursed person leave. She doesn't belong in my hellish home, in any home. Okay, but if you need anything, then just let me know. We've got this, Colette. You're not alone. Thanks, Ryu. I guess you're right. What a fucking liar Ryu is. Wait until he tries to poison Colette too. Yeah. Maybe she should be warned. Or maybe Colette deserves it. She's a liar too, after all. Everyone is. Be quiet, mind. Okay. Hikari went to bed that night. She barely slept, and yet she couldn't get out of bed. That night she only slept, and only dreamt of things unrelated to Dia. Could she ask Dia about that? She didn't know, now that they're gone. It's likely that Dia had something to do with the strange dreams she's had all this time. Maybe. Hikari. Eh? Hikari opened her eyes. Dia was standing there. I only have a few minutes. This is the only time we can do this. Just 3 minutes every night. I'll give you a tip for your curse. Wait, why are you here? What do you mean? Why is this game happening? What are those dreams? What? Talk to Ryu. I know you don't trust him, but he's the most likely to tell you his truth. Answer my questions. Answer it now, please. I'll tell you about the dreams when I can. Please just rest for now. Please, I cannot explain everything. Okay. Survive this, I beg of you, Hikari. Please survive this. For him, he'd want this. Okay. So the brother's dead, but his will is alive through Dia, I think? Maybe? The way Dia talks about him is like, yeah, he's dead. Him? I said too much. I'll tell you more. Goodbye for now. What, tell you more? Before Hikari could say anything else, Dia vanished from the room. She couldn't even begin to comprehend what Dia was trying to tell her. All she knew was that something was happening. Something she couldn't ever understand. Okay. Oh. But no distortion came. Hikari woke up. Someone was knocking on her door. She forced herself up. Before opening, she glanced over to her desk. On it was a curse card. A curse card that required her to find out somebody else's truth. Couldn't she use Maun's revealing her blessing card or something? Is that truth not enough? She shook her head, better to ignore it for now. She opened the door. Good, you woke up earlier this time. You're getting better at responding to my knocks. That's good, I think. It is, but I have something to tell you. Dia informed me that a new room opened up, a third floor. And this third floor is a single room, a large garden. A garden? A garden? A garden! I see you're excited. Why wouldn't I be? Flowers mean the world to me, Fuyuka. They're the greatest comfort I've ever had. I do suppose flowers are beautiful. They may be worth it in a sense. They may also be worthy tools in regards to our future here as well. Many plants are poisonous in some way. So, don't treat flowers as just pretty objects or weapons. There's so much more than that. How so? Imagine yourself being surrounded by nothing but flowers. The sounds of nature, the smell of newly bloomed flowers, the soft grass buried in between your fingers as you lay there. When I'm near flowers, there's nothing I can't do, nothing to be afraid of. They're wonderful, Fuyuka. They give me strength. Flowers really assist you that much? They do, they really do. They make me forget the world. They make me feel brave. They've been my only companions in my darkest moments. It may seem a little dumb to you, but flowers are important to me, okay? No, I understand. You're surprising sometimes. I am? I would have never thought of flowers as strong or full of life, as you described them, yet you found beauty in something I could never. Your belief in flowers is exactly what you should be doing. You should express your views and not worry about others at all. Be loud, be clear, let yourself be heard. Despite my doubt in them, you let yourself be heard. You're growing thanks to my influence. Thanks to you? Yeah, I guess it is thanks to you. You've helped me so much. I never could have done this without you. But about the garden, how about we investigate it with the others? Yeah, let's do it. I'll lead one group's investigation, and you'll lead the other. Right, will Ryu be in my group? I apologize, but it may be best. He is afraid of me. Right, I can do this. I won't let my fear control me. You continue to learn. Let's head off. We need to investigate. Wait, before we do, let's go into your room. I have several things to mention. Okay. Hikari pushed back her door, letting Fuyuka have full access to her room. Fuyuka stepped inside and closed the door behind her. Oh, didn't Fuyuka also say that she had the blessing card? So, is that truth not enough for Hikari to use? We need a plan for our cards. Great, just when she thought she could ignore it. I have a curse card, you have a blessing card. What else is there we need to know? We need to know each other's curse and blessing. Mine is frightening. Mine is probably pretty terrifying too. As terrifying as me? Huh? That would have scared you in the past. Looks like you've grown from that too. I might not be here in 3 days, Hikari. What? Why not? Is somebody threatening you? Who? I'll take care of it. No, it's my blessing card. It requires for there to be a victim to make use of it. Oh. Though the names may differ, these curse and blessing cards are similar in nature. We have to complete an action or stay within a restriction, or we die. If there isn't a murder, then I can't make use of my card. If there is a murder, then I've failed in my duties. It's terrible. Terrible options on both sides. I can't die here, Hikari. I will not die here. But I won't let that get in the way of my goals. It's horrifying to think about embracing my own death, but if it's what's required, I will accept it. And if that happens, I want you to be the one to kill me. Huh? I don't care how you do it. Strangle me, stab me, but just be the one to end my life. Promise me. I can't promise that. I don't want to kill you. I mean, I'm fine with dying, but I've been like that since the start. But killing you? I care about you, Fuyuka. You're the one person here I can depend on. The one person I can trust. I'm not going to do what you ask of me. Not even to save yourself from your curse? Never. You're the one I depend on, Fuyuka. You know this. You know I'm worthless without you. Asking me to kill you, it's like asking me to stomp on flowers. Don't you understand? You care about me that much? Of course I do. You've helped me so much. Like when you warned me about Ryu. No average person would do that. Without you, I don't know where I'd be. Without you, I don't know where I'd be either. Fuyuka and Hikari's... Fuck. Fuyuka and Hikari stayed together in Hikari's room for some time. They said not a word, only taking in the presence of one another. It was peaceful. Yet that peace would not last long. What's your curse? I need to find out somebody's unknown truth. It can't be mine or yours, but Dia. Hikari cut herself off. It would be best not to mention her encounter with Dia last night. She had the sense that it would ruin what Dia was trying to do. Dia was cruel in giving me this card. If I misuse it, it's possible that somebody's truth could accidentally be revealed to the entire group. I don't want to be responsible for that. Maybe ask Ryu. What? Why would Dia and Fuyuka suggest the same person? You should be cautious around him, yeah, but he is the easiest to ask things of. If you push hard enough, you should get it out of him. I see. That's good advice. Hikari sighed. It's good advice, even if a bit anxiety-inducing. And I have one more thing to tell you. Yeah? I'll be taking full patrols of every location. I will also be guarding Mount until the motives end. Therefore, I won't be able to help you much. However, anytime you're struggling, just think of me, okay? I understand. I won't do anything that'll disappoint you. We can do this. Before long, the two of them agreed to start investigating the new area. With Dia's help, they managed to gather everyone on the third floor. Even the ones more inclined to stay in their rooms, such as Chiyuki, were forced out. Oopsie. I have to end it here, fellas. I have to prepare for work. So this is Jikoronpa, Laments of Isolation. What the hell? So is Dia... Yeah, I mean, I know Dia's on our side, but why? So I'm thinking maybe the brother is what programmed Dia to make it that way. Maybe. So if you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourself. And what's up with Fuyuka? Why is she so protective of Hikari, influencing her with everything that she does? Huh. I mean, she may have good intentions, but that's kind of suspicious as well, you know?